Well, today we're at the 2014 Alfa Romeo Spectacular display in Wesley College, St Kilda Road, Melbourne, and our first interview, I guess we're starting here with a real rare beauty of an Alfa Romeo tourer, and well-known Alfa Romeo club member and identity, Peter Shepherd's the proud owner. Tell us a bit about this lovely car, Peter.
Oh, well, it was manufactured in 1923 and imported by Overseas Motors in Melbourne as a complete chassis which you could drive but didn't have a body on it, and it had a local body put on it by Cheetham and Bork in Carlton. In Carlton. The body was designed primarily because it became a mail car and carried passengers between Melbourne, Colac and Geelong 3 times a week for 15 years. So it has a table in the back seat for passengers, only one door in the back on the near side, because they didn't need a door on the other side. It's probably done 500,000 miles, might have done more.
How long have you owned it for?
I've had the car for 14 years. I bought it at auction in this condition. We've done a bit to it mechanically. We've driven it on various rallies.
What's the longest distance you've taken the car?
We've driven it to Adelaide, that's probably the furthest. But it's been to Mount Gambier, along the Great Ocean Road, up through Moolameen, Deniliquin in New South Wales, and this year we went up to Merimbula with the RACV, came back through Cooma, down to Orbost and home. 300 kilometres in a day, that's about enough for the driver, the passenger and the car.
Tell me, what's the fastest speed you had it wound up to? We won't tell the police.
Oh, I've only done a bit over 50 miles an hour, I suppose, a bit over 80 kilometres an hour. I'm very mindful of how fast the magneto's spinning. It spins at 1.5 times engine speed. I've also had the generator resoldered because it threw the solder off the generator, so that's another thing I'm mindful of.
And you were telling me before, this is the same car that your grandfather owned.
It's the same model that my grandfather bought as a complete chassis in 1923. My grandfather was an engineer and he liked the look of the Alfa mechanicals. The car, it cost him about £900.
A lot of money in those days.
It was a lot of money in those days. A Rolls Royce 20 chassis was about 1,100 or 1,200 pounds, not a big difference, and the body cost about 300 pounds. An Austin 7 in those days was about 200 pounds, and I think you could get a Ford or a Dodge for about 250, 280.
So Alfas were always up there with the...
They were.
Now tell us a bit of a story about this elephant logo on the front there. I mean, it's not part of the Italian design, is it?
It's nothing to do with Alfa Romeo. My wife is rather artistic, and the elephant appealed to her. I think it's French. In those days, you could get aftermarket radiator mascots. If something appealed to you, you bought it and put it on your car.
Well, John Allett would be very pleased with that one. He's an elephant collector. The trunks up is a positive side, trunks down is negative. Anyway, Peter, we look forward to seeing you at the next auctions display in Lyon Street.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be there.
You should be, and your wife's always your navigator and advisor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Good to have you.
Artistic advisor.
Thank you very much.